Hopefully it works without issue tonight. We'll see. All right, there we are. Share up. Hello, YouTube. Hello, hello. There's my Rumble chat. Yep, cool. All right, let me see what I got. Oh, Grokbot, huh? They released Grokbot. AI teammates that can be given real work assignments, you say? Yeah, I'm gonna be using that. Let's see it.
Can you send NDAs to all of our campus leads? How many employees do I have starting on Monday?
Confirm which companies on LinkedIn you're currently parsing through.
There wasn't anything to learn. It was just like bringing on a coworker to my team.
Something really cool that bot can do is actually watch how you work and then be able to record what you're doing and then summarize that into a real workflow.
It's not using your computer, so you can keep doing work in parallel while bot is working on another instance.
For almost every other AI product I've used, the output is in the chat. With bot, the output is somewhere else.
Having an actual computer instance that has the browser open, that understands how the site actually functions, that's, I think, why it's worked so well. It all started with email. I said just go off and send them. All of them had sent out, as I had said, and it's kind of built its own layer of trust, and it's something
Oh man, I need that like now.
that I'm totally comfortable being
There's something I need that for like yesterday.
hands off with.
I have a Figma agent that will create slides for me during a meeting. It will hold the discovery notes and then create a slide deck at the end of the call. And they're always like, how did you create that during the call? That's incredible.
I think it's funny when they talk to each other and they actually give direction to each other.
I noticed that's kind of replacing like all of my other apps. Like I'm just living with my bots like in that window and I'm not switching between everything else.
I've always had like a AI thinking partner, but I've never had an AI doing partner.
Okay, sounds like they're pretty much cooked with this. I really want to play with this now.
Actually does things.
With bot, there are no limitations.
It's so natural. Can't really imagine going back to an old way of working.
Okay, but how do I do it? Where's the... Oh, okay. Oh, they got a Windows app? Are you shitting me? Yes. Oh, hold on. I don't want that there. I want that in my... Put it in my downloads folder, please. Oh man, this is... Okay, so this is like Buzz, which Jack Dorsey just released. But... Well, no, okay, not quite. Sort of. It's like Buzz, but without being able to work with other people in it yet, I think. I bet they'll add that soon, though. Because this already looks superior to Buzz. I've tried Buzz. Let me see if I have Buzz on here. Yeah. Buzz, you can see, is so garbage I haven't set it up yet. I set it up on the MacBook, and it didn't work. I mean that, like, it literally didn't work. I tried, like, the setup process didn't work. It was garbage. And then after I ended up getting the thing set up, which took like days, literally, because like the first version just literally was non-functioning. I had to wait for an update. They really flubbed the release on it big time, which is a shame because it's a really cool concept. But the gist of Buzz is you are able to like have all of your coworkers, all your people, employees, coworkers, whatever, friends even, and have them all in a kind of like a Discord chat or a Slack chat, but with AI agents mixed in. So you like, I could take my coding agent, like one of my coding agents that I use to like build apps and stuff, and I could put it in there as a user, and then any one of you that I invited into my Buzz thing could then chat with it and have it build stuff, like as a team. We could talk to it together and like come up with an idea together in the room, and then like just have it go build stuff. It's a really freaking cool concept. It's fascinating. I really wanted to play with it. I was really hoping to play with it, but I was just so freaking disappointed by the initial user experience that I gave up instantly. But this I'm really excited to play with. I'm going to be using this instantly, like probably while I'm on air with you guys. In fact, I'm going to put a clip on, and I got to go pee. I should have done that before I sat down for the show, but let's do. Okay.
The new text release from Dr. Fauci's phone seems to be a different message privately than what he was telling publicly about the vaccine and pregnant women.
I mean, I'm really glad that his words now can be heard by the American people. And I share your concern. I think that when you have a new product like the COVID vaccine was back then, you should be careful with pregnant women. And it's shocking to me that that he was sharing private thoughts, and that when he was out on public, and he was out in public a lot, he didn't share those private thoughts with the American public. I mean, to me, the big problem now is really how do you restore trust in public health? How do you restore trust in science? And that's what I've been working toward at the NIH, to really shift toward a transparent regime where there's scientific debate, scientific discussion, no debates off limits, and I fully expect there to be people that disagree with me. And when I'm
trying to install that Grok shit.
Learn that I'm wrong, I'm going to tell the American public that I'm wrong. We have to turn the page from that.
And you have the job that he once had. That puts pregnant women in a really bad position. You're withholding information from them, giving them a recommendation that could potentially harm their baby. I don't know the process when you're the director of something like the NIH, but if
don't be harming babies and shit.
You have reservations. Shouldn't the public know those reservations?
I mean, especially for something like the COVID shots, which were brand new back then. I mean, and Tony Fauci was a major figure in trying to get those COVID shots off, past the finish line. He owed the American public some transparency regarding his honest thoughts. Generally, it's the FDA that regulates products and checks for side effects and so on. The NIH develops the science that produces the new vaccines. There's usually like a one lane and another lane. Tony Fauci, in some sense, was out of his lane. Push and then use that power to tell the American one thing when he really thought another.
Okay. Interesting. All right, where's my install? Run Grokbot. Do it now. Sign in. Ooh. Get access with Grok Superhead. Can I do that with just my normal X account? Let's see. I'm gonna try it. Let me bring the sign-in thing up here. Sorry, I gotta pop that out real quick. Will it let me sign on with X? Authorize app. It should. Oh, interesting. Look at that. Look at that. I bet this was a Cursor product. That makes so much sense. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, this was a Cursor product, it looks like, that they have adapted for XAI. I'm telling you, every one of us is going to be reaping the rewards of that Cursor purchase. If you have a blue check on X.com, and even if you don't, even if you're free, just a free account, it is I think they're about to make a new model release this week, which should be big. In fact, I think Elon Musk said that Grok 4.6 was coming like this week, so we'll see. Verify identity, yep. So does that mean I get access to Cursor with my X account? If so, give me Cursor. I want Cursor. I hope so. Cursor's supposed to be really nice. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Always make sure you do this, everyone, during your sign up. See that? That was checked. You always want to uncheck that box. Never share data. Never give them your data, ever. Oh, look at that. Look at that. So you gotta have one of the Fat Boy accounts. Super Grok Heavy. Ultra. Oh, geez. Oh, that's for Cursor. So you have to have a Super Grok Heavy account, really? That's fucking dumb. Let me see if it'll let me sign in on GitHub. Because I was so hoping to like play with this. Nope, I'm not sharing my data with you. And it puts you to the same freaking thing. Well, I'm still gonna be playing with this. Damn it. Maybe I need to like trade one of my subscriptions for a Cursor subscription. Shoot. Ugh. Decisions. Golly, I really want to play with this. Yeah, that's unfortunate. They'll filter this down to the lower levels though. Like Grok Build, the terminal thing, the coding tool. Right here, that started out as Super Grok Heavy only, which is like $300 a month, just as a testing, a beta thing. So they'll filter it down pretty quickly. I don't think it'll take that long. Oh, look at that. Grok Build V1.0. So they're out of beta officially on Grok Build. No, that's not what I wanted. Control U. Update. Yeah, cool. Linky dink, please. I will drop the link. Oh, how weird. It goes to Cursor. Slash bot, was it? Yeah. So AI teammates you can give real work to, bots that can sign into your tools, use them just like you do, come back with work finished. Yeah, gosh darn it, I want to play with this like now. Who is it available for today? Cursor Ultra, Super Grok Heavy, and Cursor Premium team subscribers. For now. Well, yours truly might be switching to a Cursor subscription then. Because Super Grok Heavy, if I remember right, is like $300 a month, which is just outrageous. $200 a month is about my limit for these services. Like, and even that is just pretty outrageous. But 300 is just like, it's beyond. No, not for Grok. Grok's not, it's not good enough for that yet. Shoot, you have to sign in. Oh, that's why. It was on the wrong browser. Let's see. Maybe they got some deals going right now, though. Upgrade plan. Oh my gosh, nope. Look at that. 300 a freaking month. Jeez. I don't know how anyone justifies that. They are nowhere near good enough for that. If they were the best of the best, they could ask that, but they're not. I hear Cursor is going the way of the dodo. Cursor is going to disappear. Oh, look, it looks like I've got a Cursor login now. Maybe later. Oh, fun. Free plan. I didn't even know they had a free plan. Yeah, if they make a new model release, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll get rid of Claude. I don't want Claude anymore. It sucks. Yep. All right, let's get back to it. Yeah, especially after this, by the way. Anthropic says new Claude models will embed invisible watermarks in all generated text everywhere that Claude is offered. The watermark is part of the text, is not metadata. It'll travel with the text when it's copied and pasted elsewhere and may persist through some editing. So you mean to tell me that if I write something and I take it and I give it to Claude and say, hey, I need you to spell check this and correct any spelling or grammar errors, and it corrects, for me, usually none, maybe one. I don't make errors. It'll mark it as belonging to Claude? Is that what you're saying? Because that's kind of how it sounds. They claim here this is due to some EU AI Act requirement, which, knowing them, probably is. And I expect this is more for, like, I think it's probably more aimed at, like, training data. Like, they want to be able to know what their training data is. Like, is it AI created or not? But this, the moment they start identifying it this way, like, what's next? Like, is everything I've ever created by using Claude now, like, partially owned or in full owned by them? Like, no. Hell no. They can't be thinking of doing that. Like, there's no way they'd be that stupid. Right? We'll see. He was very not pleased with that. Massachusetts Governor Maura Healey signed a sweeping abortion bill on Monday that removes the state's gestational age limit. Right up to birth. They don't care. Mike Collins just became the first U.S. Senate candidate to go on record supporting compensation for J6 political prisoners.
With Todd Blanche being confirmed as the new Attorney General and the Victims of Political Weaponization Fund being such a controversial issue that's important to me, I lost everything. I'm a business owner now in Savannah by the grace of God. I lost my home, my car, my entire life savings to put it clearly, would you support either the Victims of Political Weaponization Fund, Compensation Fund, or some form of compensatory relief, not just to January 6ers like myself, but all Americans, left, right, and center, who have become victims of a weaponized political system?
Yeah, you know, it's anything. A lot of things have been politicized and weaponized. And when the federal government harms you, then yes, they have a liability too. That's easy. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Easy, yes. Oh, earthquake in Colombia.
Dylan! Dylan! Dylan!
Nice house, man.
¡Está temblando! ¡Sube! ¡Corre! ¡Corre que está temblando!
Nice house.
¡Corre! ¡Salte!
Dang. Maybe not much longer.
Dios mío bendito. Dios mío, Dios mío.
Dang, look at that.
Dios mío.
Yo!
Padre Santo, Padre Santo. Padre Santo.
Oh, damn. Oh, there it goes. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, man. Dang.
Micha los niños. Los niños, Micha los niños.
Saltwater Rabbit in YouTube says, what can a person do with AI? I don't know anything about it. Can I get it to chat with me while I'm out on my walks? Because it would be nice to have someone to chat with. Oh, heck yeah, you can. I think Grok will do that. I think Grok has voice now. You download the Grok app on your phone. Let's try it. Hey, what's up, Grok? What are you doing?
Hey, just hanging out, ready to chat with you. What's up on your end?
I haven't tried their. It's gonna listen to that. I haven't tried their voice thing in a while. Curious to see how good this is. Let's try a different voice. I don't like that one. Oh, interesting.
Oh, hey there. What caught your eye? Spill the tea. I'm all ears.
I was just trying to check out your voice capabilities and see how much you've changed since I last chatted with you.
Hey, yeah, I've leveled up my voice game quite a bit. Smoother delivery, better flow, and I'm keeping things more natural and concise now. How's it sounding on your end?
Not too bad. It really isn't that bad. ChatGPT's is a bit better after a recent update, a little more natural, but this is pretty good.
Fair enough. ChatGPT's been pushing hard on that natural flow lately. We're all iterating fast, though. What part of the voice feels a bit off to you? The pacing?
Interesting. That's not bad. Yeah, ChatGPT, I would... I don't know what they give with free limits, but that's probably worth a try, too. Their voice is excellent. Very good. Very, very good. So if you're just trying to chat, that's what I would do. Just download the phone app. But if you want to do stuff, if you want to do actual stuff, I would get ChatGPT. Easy these days. Like, when it comes to actually doing things on your computer, it is the tops right now. You got that work mode up there at the top. Has access to all your files. if you want. Can build stuff for you, research stuff for you, create reports on stuff. I mean, literally anything. Just about anything you can think of. You want to learn how to build a robot? It'll do it. Everything it's able to, anyway. I mean, obviously you got to do some, but it'll walk you through it. Build you all the software side of things. Like, it'll do it all. It's, they're nuts. They've gotten very, very good. Oh yeah, you can plug it into, you can let it use your computer too. Like, you can watch it, like I could tell it, shoot. Bring it up. Let's try it. We're gonna do it on Luna. Hi. Do some research into the Epstein files for me. Read about the latest news stories. And create a report for me to read. Let's see. Where's my Chrome browser? It should pop up my Chrome browser here, and it's honestly kind of a crappy example because it can just use its own internal browser. But just as a demonstration, I'm having it use my Chrome browser. Like, you could have it go fill out forms for you. Like, that's one use case I've done. Like I've had it go like fill out applications for me for all kinds of things. Like tax stuff. If you have like tax stuff to do, just sign it in and tell it like go find the exact freaking form on the exact website that I need. Fill it out for me using what info you have, and then just bring it up for me to fill out the rest, and it'll bang it out. No bullshit spending 2 hours trying to navigate the most garbage websites in the world, which they are. The federal government and their tax website system is a shithole. It is so bad. The worst crap ever. Most infuriating, frustrating process I think I've ever been through in the past. No, it's really not so bad because you can just have this thing do it for you. All right, is it using my browser? Did it default to its internal? Oh, I know why. Where is my Chromie at? I gotta turn this extension on. Let's see. Try now. Will it go? Will it work? Mm-hmm. There it goes. Look at that. Well, I wish it would have actually done some on-screen computer use, because watching it fly through websites is like amazing. It's one of those moments that I can like count on one hand where I have been like just found myself like laughing out of sheer just giddy joy, like seeing technology do something so amazing. It blew my mind when I saw it the first time. It was just so cool. Now pull up. Let's see. What's a good website we can just go have it click through? Trying to think of like a good computer use demonstration. By opening up, do I have? I don't have Excel on here. Jeez. We'll just try that. Make it super complex. Run a multi-stage engineering style expression with nested powers, roots, and percentages? Oh, here it goes, here it goes. Okay. Oh shit, it's on the wrong screen. Get over here. All right, go for it, ChatGPT. You can do it. It's planning out what it's going to do. Okay, locating calculator display. Evaluating input. Here we go. Come on. This is considerably more boring than watching it use a browser. Oh, I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna put it on fast mode. Curious to see what it's gonna come up with here. Oh, okay, it's going to navigate the DOJ's Epstein library, then use its built-in search to locate the Zero Ranch material. Oh, no, it presents an age gate, so instead I'm going to go to GitHub and navigate it to its issue tracker. Oh, it already did that. That was fast. Oh, look, it's searching. Okay. Oh, wow, it found a real bug? You're shitting me. Oh, how fun. It's going to triage it. Wow. That's really neat. Okay, keep going. Anyway, you get the idea. You can have it navigate the web just like you do. Have it do just about anything. Find anything, pull up info for you to read later, put together reports on stuff. You can set it to, actually one good one that I've been meaning to do is like set it on a schedule, like on a routine. Have it like every morning go out there and just stop doing this. How do I stop? Stop. Okay. Schedule it to like on a routine every morning. Just go out there and like scrape the web for news that is interesting to me. And then collect it all into a nice, quick, easy report. I'm gonna have it start doing some of my show links, I guess. See how it does. See what kind of stuff it comes up with. All right, where'd my thing go? There it is. So that's what I would use for now, these days. ChatGPT if you're trying to like actually do stuff on your computer. But if you're just like walking around and chatting, just use Grok Voice. It's decent enough. All right, what next? Oh, Besson. Yeah, this is fun.
The spirit of Charleston is with us. One of my ancestors fought with Francis Marion. The Swamp Fox, which I think I'm going to get in trouble here, is also my Secret Service name.
Huh. Besson's Secret Service name is Swamp Fox.
And I didn't. Well, when I chose it, I didn't realize it had two meanings. So, but I can tell you that everybody who came before you all would be so proud to see you all standing here on the 250th anniversary of our great country. And Senator Graham loved the military.
Dearman says, can you use AI to automate the reset every morning, Pam? You know, I've thought about that. I probably could. Like, if I was willing to accept some awkwardness in the transition, you know, like it would just come on at 9 o'clock every morning. Helicopter would come on and whoever's on would just be cut off by it. You know, there'd be no fine-grained selection of the exact cutoff. But I mean, I could if I wanted to, I guess. Yeah. All right, let's see. SpaceX. Oh, this is like 30 minutes long. They had a launch or something. What was that? Bring that back. Starmind? What is this? Damn it, where'd it go?
Sorry.
I want to read about this Starmind shit, whatever that was. Starman, Dragon.
These numbers to increase by more than a factor of 10.
I guess it was just one of their launches. Okay. Down we go. Vietnam's VinSpace has signed a satellite launch deal with SpaceX. I didn't know they did space stuff in Vietnam. Good for them, I guess. All right, we'll start with, and it feels about right. There we are. Yep.
We've done a deal between the census and the post office. Because think about it. What's the job of the census? To go to everybody's house and find out who lives there, how many people are there, count the people. So we're doing a test right now. In 2 locations, we've got census takers in the post office truck, driving around. And what happens is the postman drives by a house and says, we don't have to go in that house. Nobody lives there. They know where everybody lives, and they really have deep knowledge.
Oh shoot,
We've done post office truck, driving around. And what happens is the postman drives by a house and says, we don't have to go in that house. Nobody lives there. They know where everybody lives, and they really have deep knowledge of who lives everywhere. So they can confirm it for the census. It's going to save us billions of dollars. This is the smart Commerce Department under the great Trump administration. We've done...
I suppose that makes sense, using Postal Service for that. Fox Business gets a look at the capabilities of the Made in America drones being produced for our military.
We had an exclusive first-hand look as a drone.
Oh, is this the? This must be the drone competition. This was really cool. For anyone that missed this over the last week or two, this is what I'm thinking it is. They had like a big competition. No, this looks different, but I'm going to go to that next because it's full of some cool stuff.
The look as a drone from Neros Technologies flew more than a pound of C4 into a target there at another range. A flock of drones from a Michigan-based startup called AG3 Labs shows its attack formation. Its co-founder is just 25 years old and started building drones in his dorm room at Michigan State University. Now he has a factory that can pump out a 3D printed drone in just 30 minutes for the military.
Wow.
What's really special about Detroit is we're able to piggyback off the backbone of automotive that's been here for hundreds of years, and the same infrastructure that helped us win wars in the past by building tanks and planes is going to allow us to win wars in the future, but by also building drones as well.
Drone warfare is evolving every day in Ukraine. NATO Ambassador Matthew Whitaker spoke exclusively to Fox Business.
Here, look at this. Military's been holding, or DARPA rather, DARPA Lift. $6.5 million in prize money for anyone that is able to build a drone that can stay under 55 pounds and take off with, they messed up the math here, but 4 times, the key figure is 4 times its weight. So they say 110, it's actually 200 something pounds. Fly 4 nautical miles while loaded, and then drop the payload. And then fly 1 more nautical mile while empty. And then finish all of that within a 30-minute window. Lifting 4 times its weight is nuts. Like, most drones these days don't even do 1 time their weight. Like, can't even lift their own weight. And these are the kinds of designs that kind of come out of this. So you get some goofy shit. Nope. But the ones that did well, it's all helicopters. It's like literally mini RC helicopter things. This one was actually able to lift 4 times its weight, and I think it was the only one to do so. Or at least close to it. This one was really interesting. Look at that. You got Chinook. Just without all the extra stuff. It's really cool. Do they have any more video out of this thing?
all our focus right now on Aviodrome, the team out of Columbia, Maryland. Again,
here's another helicopter style one.
This is a critical juncture right now as they will come in after 4 nautical miles and drop that payload of 112 pounds, and then they will head back out. So
there's something you could use AI for.
Completed that 4 nautical miles.
Used to help you engineer some shit like this.
Just over 14 minutes, so they've got plenty of time.
I mean, literally, as they said, most of these guys started out doing it in their garage, and some of them still are. Like, I guarantee you some of these are effectively built in a garage. This one looks a little more moneyed.
All that matters is
carbon fiber and stuff.
But their total distance flown is 5 nautical miles.
Well, they've reached that threshold, so all that is left now is for the touchdown. As you see the altitude coming down, now at 50 feet, as we saw the landing when they dropped off the weight, JB, this guy knows what he's doing.
Pretty cool. We ought to do more of that, by the way, like filming these competitions, and it's actually kind of a lot of fun. Trump wins in D.C. Circuit Court. Just struck down leftist group's meritless lawsuit, holding up the president's authority to fast-track deportation of former parolees, illegal aliens.
It's 1823. The map of the Americas is being redrawn.
Oh, interesting. On the Monroe Doctrine. Department of State posted this morning.
Spain has spent centuries amassing a new world empire stretching from Patagonia to California. Now their grip was slipping fast. One by one, Spain's colonies are declaring independence. And back in Europe, the old empires are not taking it well. They're asking themselves, what's to stop us from taking it all back? The United States had come into being mere decades ago in the Revolution. Then we fought Britain again in the War of 1812. America was concerned of the involvement of foreign empires in the New World. Now, America sensed an opportunity to establish a new order. Britain, focused on protecting its trade with the emerging nation, proposed a joint declaration with the United States to deter intervention. But Secretary of State John Quincy Adams, suspicious of British motives, convinced President James Monroe to act independently. Monroe then declared a decree to Congress, among the boldest diplomatic statements in American history.
The American continents, by the free and independent condition which they have assumed and maintained, are henceforth not to be considered as subjects for future colonization by any European powers.
The United States, still a young frontier nation, positioned itself as the preeminent power in the New World and set the stage for centuries of American foreign policy in our hemisphere. This decree transformed America's role and standing in the global order, though initially relying on the deterrence of the British Navy to enforce it. For decades, the doctrine served as a defensive shield while America expanded westward. It was invoked when the French installed an emperor in Mexico, forcing their eventual withdrawal. It shaped debates over attempted annexations like the Dominican Republic. But these were defensive applications, keeping European powers out, not asserting American control over the hemisphere's affairs. That changed in 1895, when Secretary of State Richard Olney invoked the doctrine, declaring that the United States was practically sovereign over the Western Hemisphere and demanded Britain submit to American arbitration. He had redefined the doctrine. It was no longer just a warning. It was now a claim to regional primacy. 3 years later, war with Spain erupted, and when the smoke cleared, it transformed the hemisphere. The United States expelled Spain from Cuba, seized Puerto Rico, and stepped into the world stage as a genuine imperial power with dominance over the Caribbean. Just 4 years later, that dominance was tested again. German and British warships sailed into Venezuelan waters and blockaded its ports over unpaid debts. Roosevelt intervened and declared if a Latin American nation fell into chaos or instability, the U.S. would step in and manage it. The doctrine had started as a shield. Roosevelt had just turned it into a mandate. A critical opportunity for American leadership in the Western Hemisphere came in 1903, when Panama sought independence from Colombia. Both Europe and the U.S. had long wanted a canal in Central America, allowing ships to cross from the Atlantic to the Pacific. After a failed French attempt, the United States saw an opening in a region with shifting political dynamics. The U.S. backed Panamanian independence and secured a deal to construct, operate, and defend the Panama Canal. The waterway would go on to become the hemisphere's most critical artery for trade, a strategic asset for both world wars, and a testament to America's enduring leadership in the region. When Soviet missiles were discovered in Cuba in 1962, Kennedy didn't need to invent a new framework. He simply invoked the doctrine. The weapons had to go. 13 days of the most dangerous standoff in human history ended with the Soviets backing down and removing the missiles from Cuba. Reagan applied the same logic to justify opposition to Soviet-backed Sandinista regime in Nicaragua and other Marxist groups, arguing that ideological threats required the same response as military ones. Fast forward to the modern era, where the doctrine has found its latest champion in President Trump. Through the execution of Operation Absolute Resolve, the United States seized Venezuelan dictator Nicolás Maduro, transporting him to American soil to answer for charges of narco-terrorism. This calculated maneuver delivered a resident signal across the hemisphere, punctuated by President Trump's own declaration.
Under our new national security strategy, American dominance in the Western Hemisphere will never be questioned again.
Over 2 centuries, Monroe's declaration had shaped U.S. foreign policy across administrations and throughout fundamentally different geopolitical eras. What began as a warning to European powers evolved into a framework for regional dominance, one that remains the cornerstone of American strategy in the hemisphere today.
Like when they do those. They're cool. Okie dokie. Next, please. Oh yeah, primary day all over the place. Uh-huh. Republicans surged whopping 7 points in the 2026 general congressional ballot since May, which is now 47% D and 45% R, according to RMG poll. Margin of 2 points.
Feelings
What's this wackadoo up to?
strong. I'm feeling good. Election day is always an exciting day.
Have you spoken to Evers?
I've not spoken to the governor yet. It's quite early. I want to let him have his coffee first.
Are you concerned, though? It's been a tough primary. Do you need a united party in November? Can you get everybody back on the same team?
We need a united party. We are ready to unite not just the party, but working class people all across the state to defeat Tom Tiffany in November.
Do you feel like...
Boy, she's just saying the lines. Like, it's almost like she got a talking to.
your policies are the future of the Democratic Party?
I think our policies are ones that are the solutions to deliver for working class people, permanent affordability, so we don't come back to moments like these. I think the Democratic Party, we are a big tent party, and there's always room for better policies and always room for more people.
Yeah.
Do you think you were prepared for this intense pushback that you've received, especially from Republicans framing you as far too extreme for Wisconsin?
What's extreme is Congressman Tiffany, a longtime D.C. congressman, has voted against the interests of Wisconsinites over and over again. What's extreme is that he's an election denier. What's extreme is he continues to protect Epstein and pedophiles. What's extreme is that he has voted to help raise gas prices and make life harder for Wisconsinites. I think what people of our state are ready for, the good people of Wisconsin, are ready for a government that actually puts them first, not Trump.
We'll see, won't we?
That's a quarter section of the Falcon 9 17-foot diameter fairing. It's 17-foot diameter, and obviously...
Musk 15 years ago. Changed quite a bit, hasn't he? Yikes. Are humanoid robots ready to scrub your kitchen and take out the trash? No. No, they are not. Most definitely not. I mean, sure, maybe they can, like, fold a shirt. You know, do a little of your laundry. But what happens when it has to turn a piece of clothing inside out? What happens when it has to put your duvet in the duvet cover? Nope. That ain't happening. Not there yet. Eventually, sure. They got a long way to go, though. Of course, a long way these days really ain't that long. Few years, maybe. Trump speaks on the phone with American citizen Robert Gilman. Oh yeah, the Russian hostage. Yeah. Guess we don't get footage or anything, but. FAA turning to video gamers to tackle the air traffic controller shortage.
Could video gamers?
I heard they were doing that, yeah. South Carolina Senate candidate Darlene Graham, Lindsay's sister, says she's very honored to have President Trump's endorsement.
I'm very honored to have President Trump's endorsement. I think it means a lot to people here in South Carolina, and people should support me because, like I've said, I'm going to work really hard for the people of South Carolina every single day. I'm getting in it for the right reasons. I'm not getting into it for self-ambition, power, or anything like that. I'm still grieving my brother. It would be a lot easier for me just to stay at home and sit on my couch and focus on my kids. But I want to serve the people of South Carolina. I know what that meant to Lindsay, and it means a lot to me. And I know that I have a very strong work ethic like Lindsay did. So I'm ready to serve. I'm very...
Heavy police detail outside Mitch's home. Yeah, they like to do that. It's not exactly atypical. That's not heavy. No, that's normal. That's normal for his house. Unidentified man leaves Mitch McConnell's house.
Hello, sir. Any update on the status of Mitch McConnell? Hi there. Have you seen him today? Is he home? Are you working for him? Do you work with him? Are you related to him?
Hi.
Hi.
Does your mother know you don't have a real job?
So what's the status update on Mitch McConnell? He's been missing for about 2 months now. Nobody knows where he is. No comments at all? Have you seen him today? The American people just want to know if he's doing okay.
Your mother needs to know you've got a real job, young man.
And the American people need to know the status.
What about Mitch McConnell and the job that he's supposed to do?
Mitch
You're already
McConnell.
too old to not have a job that is actually paying
Wait, tell me about the job Mitch McConnell's doing.
the bills and leading to something.
The American people need to know the status of Mitch McConnell. He's been missing for 2 weeks. Do you have any
2 months.
updates? Have you spoken to him? Have you seen him? Are you caring for him? Are you treating him medically?
Yeah.
What brings you to the house?
I am sure your family is worried about you, young man.
Well, we're not asking about my family. We're asking about Senator Mitch McConnell.
I'm asking about you. You need to have a real job, young man. I'm going to be
And you
going
need
off
to tell the American people what's going on with Mitch McConnell. That's way more important. Nothing at all?
Hey, a lot of parking there today.
No comments?
Almost never parking there. Rubio walked out and ignored the fake news, hounding him about Secret Service moving Trump secretly off Air Force One in Turkey.
Mr. Secretary, did you put Americans at risk by having them fly in Air Force One when it was under?
You can't really hear it, but they're yelling, I'm sure.
rescue efforts are ongoing.
Rubio pledging millions of dollars to Colombia
After one of the largest earthquakes in that country's history. Fox Noticias' Andrea Linares has the latest on the recovery efforts from Miami. Just a massive effort underway there. Andrea.
Yikes.
Quite some devastation there, Sandra. Thanks so much. This is the most powerful earthquake to hit Colombia in a decade. Officials say the death toll tops 200 as families are frantically searching for their missing loved ones. Let's go ahead and take a look at this dramatic video. This video shows people running for their lives as buildings collapse around them in Pereira, sending massive clouds of dust and debris into the air. The quake's epicenter was located in San Jose del Palmar, about 250 miles west of Bogota, prompting residents there to evacuate.
Jeez.
This woman says the massive quake struck with force.
When the earthquake started, it was already very strong. It seemed like it was not going to end.
The U.S. State Department announcing the Trump administration is committing $15.5 million to Colombia for shelter, food protection, and earthquake assessments. The disaster, the first major test for newly elected right-wing President Abelardo de la Espriella, who is vowing an all-out rescue effort. 5 capital cities across the country are in a red alert. Many homes, schools, and hospitals have collapsed or sustained significant damage. 7 airports have also suspended operations. Residents there stunned and in disbelief, taking in what's left after the devastation.
Yikes. No idea. Puerto Rico's governor said authorities are working closely with federal agencies on the water crisis. That's still a thing.
Can you imagine cars at 200 miles per hour zooming through the streets of Washington? Well, that's a...
Yup, it's coming. Can't wait for it.
There's no better way to celebrate America's 250th birthday than at the Freedom 250 Grand Prix.
They had Lincoln turning his head. That's great.
Look at this amazing crowd. There's never been a race like this.
Just be ready anytime. Green, 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 green. Wow! What a race.
History in the making at the Freedom 250 Grand Prix.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. It's going to be freaking cool. Meta and others lose appeal to drop thousands of social media addiction lawsuits. They're getting sued for people getting addicted to social media. Jeez. Penn Station overhaul may be finally within reach. They've been after this for a while. We'll see. Wonder how much it's going to cost. Oh, how nice. The youngest ever black professor at Cambridge University is accused of plagiarizing his academic writing. I don't even know what I'm looking at here, but good God, how could you ever admit this as a professor at Cambridge?
I'm Professor of Sociology of Education at the University of Cambridge.
Oh my gosh.
3 years ago, Jason Arday became the youngest ever black professor appointed at Cambridge University, an 800-year-old institution.
Professor Jason Arday joins us now.
He was interviewed about the achievement on CBS News.
If I'm being absolutely candid and honest, not many teachers at school had any belief in me.
Now Arday has fallen from grace, accused of plagiarizing some of his academic writing and lying about claims he ran 600 miles in 6 days to raise money for charity.
Oh my gosh.
The scandal's front page news here in the UK, and the former professor of sociology of education has now resigned, saying in a statement that it should not be mistaken for an acceptance of the narratives that have surrounded him. Cambridge University says it's launched an investigation. There are now questions about Arday's autobiography, scheduled to be published this month. Holly Williams, CBS News, London.
Oh my gosh. They're all the same, these types. That is just... wow.
I talk Sunday, maybe, but we have three powerful Sunday. We could just keep it alone, and they're going to fail. We could just keep, doing sort of just like nice and easy, relaxed. Like I said, I'm sort of negotiating. You see, they're very devious negotiators because they'll agree to something, then they'll go out and tell the press that they did not do it. No, they're very dishonest people. So we have three strategies. Do what I'm doing now, just bop along and look how bad they're doing because the nations, they've got 300% inflation. They have no value. Their currency has almost no value. They're not paying their soldiers. Their soldiers are leaving. So just keep that going because that's not sustainable. Hit them really, really hard. Or really, the third is just beat them economically, but we're doing that anyway. That's sort of a part of the first. So economically, they are a mess. They can't borrow money. We control their money, what they had, which is a lot. They had a lot, and we have total control of it. I'm their banker. I am their banker.
So here we are in September.
Hmm. Rosie O'Donnell says, being gay is no different than being left-handed or having blue eyes. People don't choose it.
I was with a woman.
Yes, they do.
A woman who has recently passed away. Her name was Corby. She was a bunch of years older than me, probably like 10 or 12 years older than me. And
yep, that fits.
it was one of my first relationships. And
oh, yeah? Boy, that adds up.
I was with her for 7 years. And when we broke up...
How old were you at the time?
The pain of it was so intense, and I couldn't even tell my family. Yeah. Right. My family didn't want to hear about it. Even though they knew I was living with her and they knew that now I wasn't, no one brought it up. Nobody said, "Are you okay?" Mm-hmm. And that is very, very isolating and lonely. Yeah. And it makes you feel that you're sort of doomed by being gay. Yeah. Which is no different than being left-handed or having blue eyes. Like people don't choose it. Who would choose it? It's not an easy life, but it's a true life if you know that that's who you are.
Yes, poor Rosie. She hasn't had an easy life. It's been so hard for Rosie. So difficult for Rosie. Because she's gay. AI industry won a primary fight. Which one is this? Oh, Democrat New York Assembly member Alex Bors narrowly lost his primary after facing an onslaught of Silicon Valley money. Oof. Sucks to be you, bud. Some New York AI law. Goofy. Parent company of President Trump's Truth Social platform said Monday it has signed up clients willing to pay for early access to Trump's posts. So they're actually doing that, huh? Like how many people? I wonder.
Hey, good morning, Bill.
Oh, more on the new, newly released text messages, the Fauci texts.
This may just be the first release of text messages from Dr. Anthony Fauci. Senate investigators say they are still reviewing his phone records. This initial batch features fewer than a dozen texts, including a discussion over whether pregnant women should get the COVID vaccine. It included then Surgeon General Vivek Murthy and the CDC director at the time, Rochelle Walensky. Fauci wrote that there was, quote, no data or theoretical reason to vaccinate earlier or later in pregnancy, and noted that since some people can experience an overactive immune response to the second dose, it, quote, theoretically could be associated with miscarriage in the first trimester. Fauci later pointed to data showing there was no indication of safety issues among more than 10,000 pregnant women who'd received the vaccine, and that COVID itself could be a serious problem during pregnancy. Current CDC guidance says studies of more than 1 million pregnant women have not shown an
wait until they get to the effects on fertility overall. That's coming.
Increased risk for complications. Senator Ron Johnson is accusing Fauci of pushing a vaccine that might have caused a miscarriage and says Fauci should testify.
I've seen quotes that he's not afraid of congressional oversight. He'll talk to any oversight committee. He's got nothing to hide. You know, obviously he does. So he needs to answer questions. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of legitimate questions the American people have the right to know. He's the only person who can answer some of them, and he should answer them.
Johnson says the Homeland Security Committee has invited Fauci for a transcribed interview and will subpoena him if he refuses.
President Trump indicates his administration is actively finding ways to circumvent the Biden auto-pen of Fauci. The pardon of Fauci, rather.
The auto-pen thing, because I'm not an auto-pen guy, as you see. I'm not sure I ever used an auto-pen, but I sign my name a lot each day. People like the signature, too. It's a good signature, I guess, but people like it. But I watched, I heard stories where generals being promoted to a 4-star general, and he's standing proudly in front of the president, and the president takes the papers and hands them to his people, and they go into a room. They come back 15 minutes later and signed by an auto-pen. And Biden they moved the general over. He stands in the back of the room in the Oval Office for 20 minutes with his family. Well, they send it out to be signed by an auto-pen many times. But what happens is Biden will always say, I gave authorization, because if he gave authorization. So he's always going to say that, because, he'll lie. He won't even know what the question is, but they'll get him to say that, right? So once he's authorized, once he authorizes. So the real question is, do you have to have it authorized in writing?
Right.
And the answer is probably so. So, because he didn't do it in writing in any event, okay? So
I would challenge it.
I would challenge it.
I would challenge it. And one other thing.
We're looking at it.
All right. And by the way, the other issue
by the way,
challenge
if that's the case, there are things bigger than Fauci that you could challenge.
Right.
You understand that?
Yes, I do understand that.
Because he signed almost everything by auto-pen except one. You know what the one was? Hunter Biden's pardon.
Hunter Biden, there you go.
Hunter Biden has an absolute pardon. Because
and by the way, don't you think?
A pardon is the most powerful thing that a president has. It can't be challenged, and it's good. It's a good thing. But when you sign by auto-pen and you haven't authorized it, it's probably not legal. So he will say he authorized it, and then it gets, did he authorize it in writing? And I doubt it.
Probably not legal. Yeah.
The FDA have found thus far, and we got to be careful, but thus far, no red flags about that. About pregnant women.
One of the texts shows Fauci discussing pregnant women, whether or not they should be receiving COVID vaccines. And he wrote this. I asked around a bit more, and another issue came up that you need to be aware of. Since many people have significant cytokines, storm, and fever after the second dose, this theoretically could be associated with miscarriage in the first trimester.
The FDA have found thus far, and we got to be careful, but thus far, no red flags about that, about pregnant women.
One of the texts shows Fauci.
Wow. No red flags, huh? Except for all the dead babies.
Hour holds your fire for the moment.
A Democrat judge who formerly ruled that Ugandan Mayor Mamdani botched the rollout of his tax on second homes in New York City. Public lists must now be removed. Oh yeah, a lot of good that'll do.
Anyway, New York City's mayor, Zohran Mamdani, filing a new appeal after a judge temporarily blocked the rollout of
Yeah, after it's already been dropped. Yeah, that's how nice. That'll help. CNN commentator Scott Jennings, former aide to Mitch McConnell, did not respond when asked if McConnell should address the public with video. Still has not done so.
Hey, question for you about McConnell. Do you think he needs to put out a video?
It's in the car. Okay.
Nothing. What is this? Newly released documents open a path to true origins of the Russia hoax, which... Oh, this is Navarro's piece on the documents from last week. Yeah. From yesterday. It's good. AI labs want to slow down risky model testing. It may be too late. No. There's people that want you to believe that. Including these labs. Some of them anyway. It's bullshit. It's ridiculous. Matter of personal interest for them to do so. That's all it is. Delta confirms an unauthorized Wi-Fi network appeared aboard a flight. Attackers were possibly using a Wi-Fi pineapple in flight. Attackers, really? Interesting. Scam. It was a scam Wi-Fi. Wow, set up to mimic, is named Delta Wi-Fi Fast. Wow. Passengers likely advised not to connect. Well, I would hope so, because if they were likely the targets, not the other Wi-Fi on board. Like, how silly. It's clearly trying to get people to connect to it. Trying to scrape emails and passwords. And God knows what else.
Lieutenant Mike Hotz was called to Victory Memorial Bridge in Nashville amid reports that a man was live streaming his plans to jump. And this, what happened next, was caught on Hotz's body camera.
Hey man, my name's Mike.
Hi, Bobo.
Can I just holler at you?
It ain't shit y'all to tell me right now, man.
Okay. I hear you're frustrated. I just want to help you talk through this worst day of your life.
What, is he naked?
And I know it is. I just want you to know that you're
Oh, okay, he's got shorts on. That's good.
a good man, and I don't think you're a bad man. I just want you to feel like you are loved here, because you are. Can I come shake your hand? I'm not going to try nothing crazy. I'll step right back when I'm done. I promise you. To the Lord himself. Can I shake your hand? And I'll step right back. You good?
Aww.
I love you. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right.
Unbelievable, right? Lieutenant.
Jeez.
Lieutenant Mike Hotz is with us now. And Lieutenant, I know we can hear you. I think we're having an issue with seeing you in our signal, but we can see this video.
He's a veteran. The cop. I don't know about the guy, but wow. Vladimir Putin says he has never been afraid of anything while discussing the potential threats posed by AI.
Вы специалист по искусственному интеллекту. Да, я занимаюсь компьютерным зрением. Какие угрозы нам создает искусственный интеллект? Я вам честно скажу, вам нечего бояться.
I'll be honest with you, you have nothing to fear, the gentleman says.
А я никогда ничего не боялся. Вот.
Oh gosh, Hillary Clinton out there making the rounds. Compares President Trump to Saddam Hussein. Saddam Hussein?
I think there'll have to be some, you'll probably have to take down the arch, which he is determined to put up, which I think is just a terrible idea. I think we'll have to worry about.
Wait, what?
I think there'll have to be some, you'll probably have to take down the arch.
They'll have, why?
Which he...
Take down the Triumphal Arch, why?
Is determined to put up, which I think is just a terrible idea. I think we'll have to...
Because why?
Worry about the reflecting pool, because it's not going to be fixed by the time he leaves, assuming he leaves.
It wasn't fixed when he came in.
Leaves. So there's going to be a long list. I'm making a list.
Are you making a list? Are you going to
You check it twice? You fucking weirdo.
de-gold the horses? Those
De-gold
horses.
the horses, take down...
Seriously?
Have you seen them up close?
Gold. Yeah, I saw a picture.
Feels like...
What do you mean de-gold them? They were gold.
Saddam Hussein?
They were just fucking dirty.
I mean,
It is like, you know
seriously.
what, that's a very, when I was in Baghdad after the fall of Saddam Hussein, I had meetings. I was then a senator. I had meetings in some of his palaces, and they were quite reminiscent of what we are seeing in our own White
This is insane.
House. It's just insane.
Is that hard for you to watch, or just
sad.
you're like, I'll
you know
take
what?
down the
It's
gold?
sad to me. It's sad that it's so tackied up, and it's a reflection of his
Oh,
narcissism.
this lady is a disgusting one, by the way. She's I forget her name, but oh my god. Ugh.
Narcissistic personality and his need to feel important, including sticking gold embellishments all over the walls of the Oval Office.
That is just like another level of unhinged hatred. That's just like shitting in your hand and smearing it on the walls just because you're mad at someone. On your own walls, by the way. All our own walls. Like, you want to de-gold the horses that were already gold. They just look different because they were so nasty and dirty. Those horses? Maybe she's referring to different horses. I don't know. But I assume it's referring to this. Was it like bronze before us? I forget what it was. It was just disgusting. It was sloppy, gross, nasty. Where is it? There you go. You're gonna de-gold the horse just to show him you're a nasty woman? You're gonna take down the arch? Just to show him? Oh no, where'd it go? Like, why? Why has she expounded at all on why this is a bad idea? I don't know how anyone can look at that and think that that is somehow a bad idea. It's gorgeous. What was the other one?
I think is just a terrible idea. I think we'll have to worry about the reflecting pool because...
The reflecting pool, which was already busted as shit.
It's not going to be fixed by the time he leaves.
Yes, it will.
Assuming he leaves. So there's...
Has to toss that one in, yeah. Ro Khanna gushes over Democrat Socialist AOC. Gushes? We really had to use that word?
Well, first of all, I have a lot of respect for AOC. I think she's an incredible talent. She came from nothing. She beat one of the most powerful incumbents. She's got far more followers than I have. She goes into a room and it's electric in terms of young people and others wanting to meet her. And she's been effective in how she's built her profile at a very young age. Well, first of all,
yeah. Oh, look at Alexander Vindman out and about, slandering ICE agents, calling to dox them.
Our folks were properly trained to de-escalate, to limit the use of force, not going in there.
Yeah, that's what you call what they're doing right now. De-escalating.
To limit the use of force.
Limiting use of force.
Not going in there to crack some skulls the way we see some of this happening. Not there.
Yeah, he's all about the de-escalation.
With face masks on to protect identity so that they could engage in abuses. So it's masks off, it's proper
de-escalation's a two-way street, my friend.
Training, it's making sure that they're de-escalating in confrontations. That is the bare minimum. Our folks were properly trained.
Abigail Spamberger here in VA won't say Democrats should disavow people who support Hamas.
Because there are now people in the Democratic Party who have been openly advocating on behalf of Hamas, who've openly advocated to defund the police. And the question is whether mainstream Democrats like yourself should be speaking out against them or should be embracing them.
So I will say this.
Yeah, she's got nothing for you, buddy. Nothing.
The board expect their
against them or should be embracing them.
So I will say this, as the chief executive for the Commonwealth of Virginia, where communities across the board expect their governor to work to keep them safe, to work to strengthen our schools, to work to make life more affordable. I will be very, very clear in the fact that the way you achieve that is through having strong public schools, having strong public safety. That means ensuring that our public safety, that's our police.
But what about the specific things that he just asked you?
Our fire, our first responders are not just well paid, but well respected.
Because that has nothing to do with
There are now people in the Democratic Party who have been openly advocating on behalf of Hamas, who've openly
none of that had anything to do with the question that he asked. Not even close.
Advocated to defund the police. And the question is whether mainstream Democrats like yourself should be speaking out against them or should be embracing them.
Nothing.
Fox getting an inside look at the latest military technology as American warfighters prepare for the battlefield of the future. FBN's Connor Hansen is reporting live from...
Oh, this is more that drone test in Michigan. Yeah. Wow. Wacko. Fucking tapper. All right, woman in Wisconsin on why she voted for DSA candidate Francesca Hong. Oh, this should be funny.
I voted for Francesca Hong.
Okay.
Yes, and so I'm
it's nice to see
someone that looks like me.
someone who's like me.
Oh my God, she actually did it. Holy freaking cow.
To be in
I'm just these people fucking astonish me.
In the office, and she's a single mom. I'm not a single mom, but I was at one point, and
yeah, I bet you were.
And she's a part of the working class. She's a woman who understands women's issues, and also she's a breath of fresh air here for Wisconsin. Personally, David Crowley, I voted for Francesca Hung.
Wow, like a cookie cutter, just stamped her out. Every one of them.
I have a little nephew who was visiting us here yesterday.
Marco Rubio on Sharknado versus Jaws.
And
this was a question.
He wanted to watch Jaws. I said, I have an even better movie than Jaws. Jaws is boring.
Oh my gosh, it was such a
How? What?
ridiculous movie. Such a ridiculous. Who puts that for kids?
Hurricane brings the shark to the shore.
It was awful.
There's a Sharknado. I think it's number 3.
Okay, this is tongue in cheek, right? He's joking.
That's in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
And the sharks are in the White House, and there's a president that's shooting at them and all that, and which all sounds crazy, but now you could see. Actually, there's a scene where the sharks are in the reflecting.
Wait, no, he actually legitimately watched Sharknado and.
Cool. and
He's offering serious analysis on Sharknado.
This is 10 years ago. So
he still remembers this.
I'm like, man, I got to show this to the president. We might have a feature here for people. And can you imagine we put sharks in the reflecting pool? Oh gosh. Anyway, this whole thing's off the rails. You're not going to be able to even air this thing.
They do. Oh yeah.
Jaws' nephew was visiting us here yesterday, and he wanted to watch.
Oh, so the nephew.
Jaws. I said, I have an even better movie than Jaws.
Oh no, okay, so he did
Jaws
say
is boring.
Oh my
Jaws is boring. You need to watch Sharknado.
It was such a ridiculous movie. Such a ridiculous.
I still have not seen Sharknado. I will admit, could be the greatest movie ever, and I'd have no clue.
Who puts that for kids? Hurricane brings the shark to the shore.
It was awful.
All right. Where can I watch this masterpiece? For free on Tubi and Amazon Prime? Sign me up. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm going to watch it. Nancy Pelosi accepts the socialist takeover of her party.
I guess what I'm asking you is, what has happened in your party in which you have some of these incumbents, House members, who have lost their re-elections in places like New York and Colorado, and what does that say about the party today, do you think, going forward?
It says that the party is going to win the Congress, and by the way...
Because there's energy.
Well, because we must.
I guess what I'm asking you is, what has happened?
Oh boy, she's just aging like, spoiled cabbage.
So when you want to talk about differences that we have differences. It's a big tent. I've always said I'd rather not be in charge of a party that is lockstep this way. No, we have our diversity of opinion.
They gave her extra vodka today.
Represent different districts in the country. So
you can see it in the bottle. Right there. All vodka. Possibly gin.
But in terms of I'm very proud of Gavin Newsom as our governor. I think he's just been remarkable. His intellectual resources he brings to it, his strategic thinking. His knowledge of issues is so remarkable. And who knows where he goes next. But he has laid a great
jail
foundation. But
who knows where he goes next?
We'll start with the past. Do you regret not speaking up earlier about President Biden's decision to run for re-election in 2024?
No, I didn't really know, quite frankly.
Didn't know.
Let me just say what I did about Joe Biden, because it's been written about in a way that it really didn't happen. All I said to him was this, and you're going to hear this for the first time. And so is he.
I guess start writing. Go ahead. I'm ready.
I only said to President Biden, I've come to question the polling that you have and how your campaign is being conducted.
Yeah.
I think there has to be a better campaign to win the White House.
We'll start with the past.
Oh, yeah, she was really on top of her game during that Biden campaign.
See, I had been Speaker, and when I was Speaker, I saw the president all the time. But when I wasn't, then I saw maybe 3 times that whole year. And so I didn't know, and I think he had his sort of ups and downs. And when when I saw him one time, he was giving me the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Right.
So that was a short event, and he was perfectly fine that day, I thought. And so I didn't know. But I do think that those who did know should have acted upon that information, whatever that means.
His staff and his family both, you mean?
Well, whoever knew.
Yeah. Okay.
Whoever knew. The staff saying the family knew, the family saying the staff knew. I don't know.
But they should have acted sooner.
They should have, because this was a great man. See, I had...
What on earth? Well, I guess that's all we get from that. Trump boarding Air Force One en route to Ohio. Spectating the final day of the Patriot games.
We're here in Geneva, Ohio, at an event where there are a lot of loyal Trump supporters in a county that President Trump overwhelmingly won last election cycle. So we asked them, some of the supporters waiting in security at this hour, about their thoughts on the Iran strategy and what's next. Energy prices, here's some of what they had to say.
It's hard to look at and think long term for most people. We all think about what's going to happen tomorrow as opposed to what might happen in 2 or 3 years. So I think the conflict of Iran is more long term. And like everybody says, I'm scared of them with a nuclear bomb.
I think we're getting only a little taste of what we're being told is just a little bit. Strategy-wise, I wish it was quicker. You know, how many times that we said to each other, you know, just get it done already.
Essentially, they're expressing that they're willing to give it time. They're willing to give the president the benefit of the doubt. But they did acknowledge that they are impacted by high gas prices, energy prices, and that they're hoping those prices come down into next year, Liz.
And before we let you go, Natalie, the president is going to speak soon from where you are at the Patriot Games. What can we expect from his remarks today?
So what we understand is he's going to be presenting some awards, because what's happening tonight here in Geneva, Ohio at the Spire Academy is an athletic competition for teen athletes representing all the states and territories competing in different athletic feats, tug of war, dodgeball, endurance feats. And tonight, 2 winners, ultimate winners of the finale will be, named, and the president is going to be presenting them with those awards. And what we understand is $250,000 in scholarship money at, again, this special athletic academy here in Ohio, Liz.
All right, Natalie Graham, thank you so much.
Quite a bit of money. Oh, here's Trump at the games, I guess. Nice. with the pyrotechnics and all. Very fun.
At this time, will you please rise for our national anthem?
Oh, this is great. Very, very, very cool.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats as our games are about
Look at these
to
kids.
begin.
Good finales, but this has been, you know what? This has been as exciting as anything. I got here, I didn't know what to expect. And the Patriot Games is just, I look at the parents, because a lot of these parents are so proud of their children.
This is cool.
And I really am very proud of, I'm very proud of the group of people in this room. You see the spirit and the love of the country and our great country, and our country's never done better. So good to be with you.
We appreciate your time, Mr. President.
Thank you, Laura. Good.
ABC this year. So tell us which NFL team you're keeping your eyes on.
Well, I mean, maybe I'll pick a few. I think New England looks good. I think the Giants, I like their quarterback a lot. I think that they say the LA Rams are looking very strong. But I better not get into this too much. I'm going to get myself in trouble if I do. But I think you have a lot of good teams, a lot of great teams, and we'll see how it turns out. I'll be watching.
That was great ABC this year. So tell us which NFL team you're keeping your eyes on.
Well, I mean, maybe I'll pick a few. I think New England looks good. I think the Giants, I like their quarterback a lot. I think that...
All right. Let's see what else we can find here. We got 15 minutes or so left. Let me see if we got more from the games, actually. Do they have this covered live or no? No, they do not. Okay.
Breaking right now, Republican Senators Ron Johnson and Rand Paul releasing the first batch of text messages from Dr. Anthony Fauci's government iPhone. In one exchange from January of 2021, Fauci, then CDC Director Rochelle Walensky, and then Surgeon General Vivek Murthy discussed COVID vaccination and pregnant women. Fauci flags a
We saw that one. Oh, dang. American Airlines flight has to make an emergency landing after flames and smoke shoot from engine. Whee! Yeah, that's making fun sounds.
I think she's on fire now. Better. On fire? Looks like it.
Yikes. Oh, smoking now. Yikes. Yeah, that does not look fun. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, come on now.
So we got no timeline right now. We got to wait and see. Are the local in-state authorities going to step up and do the job? We're working closely with them. When is the handoff? Can't say that yet. But look, D.C. is one of the, safest cities in the country now. I mean, we're the most amazing country on earth, the strongest nation on earth. You would think our capital will be a symbol for the entire world, a beacon. And it wasn't before President Trump. I've lived here about 15 years. I never walked the streets of Washington, D.C. without a sidearm. But now I walk around the streets, it's safe. President Trump, another promise made, promise kept. D.C. is much safer now. Memphis, much safer. All the cities where President Trump has deployed the federal agents, the National Guard to help local authorities, it's all good. My wish is places like Chicago reach out and say, yes, we'll take you up in your offer, rather than being a shooting gallery every weekend. Let us come up there and help you. It should be a nonpartisan issue to make our cities safe for our taxpaying citizens. Yeah,
more Homan.
Complete review. This is just the beginning, and President Trump
reviewing refugee applications that need to be reviewed. So remember, not only did millions come across the border illegally, we've had over 500,000 people from Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela come to American airports, 30,000 a month. We're reviewing all of this and cleaning the system up and getting rid of those who should not be here.
Yeah, we're doing a complete review. This is just the beginning, and President Trump, as you said, takes visa is the greatest privilege this country, one of the greatest privileges this country gives. I mean, it's a privilege to come to the greatest nation on earth, and all we ask is a couple of things. Number one, be truthful about who you are and why you're coming here, and number two, obey the laws while you're here. So this is an ongoing process. Not only that, we're reviewing refugee applications that need to be reviewed that were just the unlawful pros of the Biden administration. All this needs to be reviewed. Let's remember, not only did millions come across the border illegally and release the United States, we had over 500,000 people from Haiti, Nicaragua, Venezuela come to American airports, 30,000 a month. So we're reviewing all of this and cleaning the system up and get rid of those that, number one, shouldn't be here, number two, that are a national security threat or a public safety threat. They need to go home.
What was it like before you began this process, before you started looking into all of these visa holders? What was it like to enter the United States with many of these issues in their background, or at least happening while they're here in the United States? It makes it seem like, it was pretty wide open. Anybody could come in and do whatever they want and continue to stay here in America.
Well, I worked for Fox News. I met you up the studio many times. I worked for you for a few years, and for 4 years, the Biden administration, I was frustrated every day because you got Secretary Mayorkas was stand in front of Congress under oath and numerous media events saying everybody we let in is properly vetted, which was a stone cold lie. When they say vetted, they may run them against NCIC, our criminal database. They didn't have access to most countries' criminal databases, and when it comes to people from Russia and China and Turkey and Syria, do you think those countries are going to share any national security information on these people? You're talking tens of thousands of Chinese nationals released in the United States. Do we honestly think China will share with us any national security information on these people? Of course not. So President Trump not only gives us the most secure border in the history of the nation, not only are we arresting and deporting a record number of illegal aliens from this country, promises made, promises kept, but we're looking at the ones that Biden brought in either lawfully or illegally through parole, and we got to clean house, and President Trump's serious about it, and we're all over. It's the State Department, Department of Homeland Security are working very closely together, along with the Department of Justice.
Okay. Who?
We see these wonderful pictures of Tyler.
Oh, I see. Family of one of the soldiers who died in Iran.
Our promising, great young man. What was that like for you? And I think that you ended up flying back with the president to Georgia on Air Force One. Is that right?
We did, and it was such a nice experience to be able to meet and talk with the president. I feel like he was very genuine in speaking with us, and we got to let him know a little bit more about Tyler and the wonderful young man that he was. And in that moment was very emotional with the outpouring of support and applause for Tyler. We are so proud of him, and it's just so touching that the country is also sharing in that pride with us.
Oh. Okay.
So whatever the issue, President Trump is constantly...
Here's Gilman, released from Russia. Robert Gilman.
Breaking records, whether it's the 1,069 jihadis who have been permanently removed from the battlefield in the last 18 months, who were plotting to kill Americans or who had killed Americans, or whether it is now, as of today, just moments ago, the 107th American hostage or wrongfully detained individual being brought home. In this case, as you said, an American Marine held in detention by Russian authorities for the last 4.5 years. Nothing given in exchange to Moscow, but we are glad that on humanitarian grounds, this American has been released thanks to President Trump, thanks to the incredible work of our peace envoy Steve Witkoff, Jared Kushner, our hostage envoy Adam Boehler, and a member of my team, you know who you are, who is on the plane right now, flying back from Moscow. And I was on the call with Secretary Rubio and all of those other team members as the president spoke to Robert just about an hour ago, and he said, yes, all that he wants is a cheeseburger when he lands, so I will be there at the airport with Envoy Witkoff to deliver what that brave Marine wants. So again, another American freed because of the man who will not be stopped, President Trump. That makes 107 Americans in less than 2 years. Utterly, utterly record-breaking.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else interesting here? Oh, full interview with Mr. Ruth.
President, nobody will never say a word.
We love wind. You know, we love wind.
All right, so let's segue to the midterm. Listen, this is the whole ball of wax, the whole kit and caboodle, the whole kitchen sink.
40 minutes. We got like 5 minutes left. Let's see. There's the highlights, some of which we've already heard, but let me see if we missed any of these. SAVE Act.
The Senate has to get going on Save America. I really believe that, because people expect that to happen, and it has to happen. And you have a couple of Republicans who are voting for it, a few. You know, it's about an 89% issue with the overall population, including Democrats. Save America is voter ID with photo, by the way. You know, it's nice to have they're fighting on the photo. We don't want a photo. No, why don't they want? Because they want to cheat. You know, it's very simple. There's only one reason. But we want to have that. We want to have proof of citizenship. So be nice to say, yes, I'm a citizen. Here's my citizenship. Proof of citizenship. And ideally, but we're not even stressing this because that's only a 79% issue. You know, that's not in the 90s. The mail-in ballots are so corrupt. You know that.
Right.
Oh, that one. Oh, vaccine schedule. Oh, yes. Oh, this is so great. I was so overjoyed, as you all can imagine.
It's too many. Yeah. Like the hepatitis B, which is a sexual, you know, you don't need to give it to a kid who's just practically born.
Exactly.
But with me, it's too many, but it's something bigger than too many. It's too big. It's too much at one time. They give these massive. Did you ever take a look? It looks like a Coca-Cola bottle. You know, it's like they're pumping this massive amount of fluid into a child's body. I don't care if it's water.
You know what the number is? 72.
And I want them to break it into 4 visits or 5 visits to the doctor. And I think that will have a huge impact. And the other thing is there are certain vaccines, you know, the MMR. Do you know the MMR, as an example? If you give them, I mean, certain studies. So what do you have to lose? You know what I'm doing? I'm saying, what do you have to lose? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Nobody's going to get hurt by it. MMR. If you give them separately, the M, and the R, it's fine. When you put them together, they're sort of like a nuclear weapon, according to some. So why wouldn't you give them separately?
Why would you?
What's hurt by giving them separately?
Shut up, Wayne. He's talking. Yeah, this is very, very, very good news. Very good news, especially for me. and my fam. Because we were looking at like alternative, routes, which would have cost shitload of money, but would have figured it out. Because I ain't shooting my child up with 70 freaking different injections. Sorry, not happening. I mean, some of them maybe. We'll see. We'll investigate that. I don't know. But 70 of them, and all at once, as he highlighted there, they need to be split into multiple visits if they're going to be done. Bare minimum. All right. Any other good ones here?
I'd like to be the next president because remember, we have right now.
Oh, I'm birthright citizenship.
You know, that ruling will cost us trillions of dollars over the years.
Right.
Yep.
Trillions of dollars over the years. And we'll have people coming into the country that you don't want. Now it's a very, very sad ruling. We're piecing together some things you saw last week. I put together two elements that will take care. You know, they're shopping citizenship now. They're making a fortune. They're shopping it using birthright. It's,
so this is a.
So I hope I ended it, but somebody will appeal it to a liberal court, and you get thrown out, and they laugh at you. It's this is a good. Thing. That was a horrible decision.
Yep.
Thousands of factories being built. They're being built, and they'll be opening over the next year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And whoever the next president is, they'll be standing up, taking credit for what I accomplished. So people like you will remember. We have more auto plants being built right now than in the heyday of the automobile.
Yep.
We hadn't had an auto plant built in 40 years. 40 years. For many, many years, we hadn't had one auto plant. Now we have them built.
That's crazy.
At numbers during the heyday. They couldn't compete with these numbers. Many other plants too. They're all coming in. And that's because of a few things. It's because of the cut in taxes, but it's really because of tariffs. If you want to sell automobiles, you have to build the automobile in America, which is so simple. It's just amazing. And I watch these stupid economists get up. Well, we don't know if this is a good thing for America. So they're coming in from Germany.
Unreal.
They're coming in from South Korea. They're coming in from Japan, Canada, Mexico, who all stole our business. They stole 60% of our business. It's all coming back. Toyota just
when them things spin up, it's going to be a good time.
Announced the largest plant in the world is coming into the country, coming into Texas. The largest auto plant in the world they're building. They're leaving Mexico. They went to Mexico instead of coming here. They're leaving Mexico. They're coming into Texas. Great.
Well, all of it adds up to
all because of tariffs. Because if they had to if they build it outside, they pay a 25% tariff. They can't do that.
Yep.
So what do? They build it here. And if 25 wasn't enough, I'd make it 50.
Nice. All right. Well, we will call it quits there. We are at the top of the hour, and Mr. Sketch Danger is in. I'm out. How you doing, sir?
Wahoo! How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good.
All right. Is that a good catchphrase that I should use?
I dig it.
Wahoo!
I'm good with it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, I'm blessed, man. How are you?
Yeah, doing great. Doing great.
Good.
Good to hear.
Good. No drama. That's good.
Nothing. Yeah, thank goodness. Which is nice.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. All right.
Yeah, we'll let you get to it, man.
You enjoy yourself.
Will do. Have a good show.
Good too.
And I'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right. What is going on, everybody?
Bang. All right, YouTube. That's it for me. I suppose I will be back in the morning. Yeah, I will see you guys in the morning with Salty. You gotta catch us in the AM. I'll probably start streaming those for YouTube, by the way. I'll probably do that. All right, I will see you in the morning. Have a great night. Bye-bye.